Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, and good morning. Happy Friday Eve. Friday Eve. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing great. Let me say hello to everybody. Down, Devin, Arnulfo, the sassy trainer, Glenn, Robert, Deborah, Ed, Tim, JB, Dave, Richard, Robert, Wayne, CJ, Keith, Vernon, Steve, Robert, Lydia, David, Stefan, Dave, Don, Dave, Eagle Beagle. How are you, Eagle Beagle? Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Art. Good morning, Kirk, Bruce, Jeff, Steve. We got a lot of people here today. Michael, Tom, Beamclay, Wardog, Timothy, Lucy, Genevieve, Ali, Henry, Peter. Good morning, Peter. Gustavo, Rosalind, Robert, Jill. Good morning, my peeps. Good morning, Liberty. Cam, good morning, Cam. Debbie, John. We got a lot of people. Stan, we got Mont. Hey, Mont, how are you? Dave, Kevin, Dave, Charlie, Ronaldo, Harold, Michael. Hello, Michael. William, Ralph. Hey, Ralph. Hey, William, Patrick, Brian, Lewis, Delroy, Philip, James, Steve, Chris, Aileen, Rich, Graham. Let's see who wrote me here. Michael Drayton. Good morning to you too. Oh man, I could barely read that, but I could see that. Dobre utra. Thank you for that. I could still read that. Frank, Edgar, Andrew, Graham, Rich, Aileen, Chris, Steve, James, Philip, Delroy, Lewis, Brian, Naples fan. Good morning, Naples fan. Frank, Edgar, Richard. Good, good. I'm glad you guys are getting to know each other. Bill, good morning. Isn't it is today Wednesday or Thursday? Hey, Bill, I think it's Thursday today. Don't confuse me. I think today I think it's Thursday, right? Mhm. It is Thursday right here. Thursday. I'm already confused. Bill, I am so confused with dates every day that I literally have to look at the calendar every morning. Keong says was checking out Alpha Zone this morning. Very cool. Hey, Murray, how are you? Tomorrow I'm working from home. Matt has a funeral tomorrow in the second half of the day. His grandfather passed away last week. He was very sick for a long time, and he's got a funeral tomorrow. He actually worked through the entire time his grandfather died, working on this indicator. He's a real trooper. Big hands off to Matt. We got Carlos, Creo, Robert, Bill, Mark, Samson, Sherman, Creo. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. And folks, if you haven't done so yet, I would appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button. That's right here. I'm going to click it myself. It's right underneath the video. It helps YouTube realize that we're the real deal and we actually help people and we're not spamming everybody, and they put our videos higher up as a result. Yeah. So he's going to a few. Good morning. Thank you, Brian. I was going to ask you about that. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I appreciate it. Folks, for all of you who purchased the Alpha Zone, Brian is working on the Trading View. He mentioned that it'll be done by the end of this week. So hopefully it'll be done by tomorrow. Again, one day here, one day there is not going to hurt anybody, but It will be working, and then we'll move on to other platforms after that. We'll do a survey or something after that to see, probably TradeStation if I had to guess. We'll see how it goes. I just want to get the Trading View version out, and I want Brian to have a little rest. He's been working tirelessly. So Brian, big thank you. Without Matt, when he's off having a baby, just work. I don't think he's going to be off very much when he's having a baby, but I'm pretty self independent, Kevin. I'm pretty self independent. Even when Matt is trading for me, I'm still like I'm still what do they call it? Backseat driver. I'm still the backseat driver. Get out here, enter there, stop out here. Why didn't you take out here? I'm always doing that. You guys have always seen me. You guys have always seen me do that. So I can't help myself, Kevin. Can't help myself. You know, when I had a baby, my first two babies, I was trading from the delivery room. Don't tell my, well, she knows. I was in the bathroom trading both deliveries, both times. Yeah, Brian is the man. Brian is definitely the man. All right, let's begin. We have a lot to talk about. Let me just give you guys some a couple of CTAs, and then we'll begin. I want to get into it. We do have a lot to talk about today. We have a lot to talk about today. So I will be with Grahamster today, talking about the new Alpha Zone Pro at 10 a.m. I will be in his class today at 10 a.m. today. Now, real quick, one second. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. That's folks. My class, the 9:30 class, the 10:30 class. We had three times as many people join the program as I expected yesterday, which is fantastic. But what I decided to do, I didn't think so many people were going to join, so I decided to push back the 10:30 class till tomorrow to give all the folks who joined yesterday time to go through the 3 hour getting started stuff that I've already recorded. So they're going to be ready for tomorrow. So we'll pick up tomorrow at 10:30 again. There will not be a Alpha Zone class today. I want to give folks time to go through the 3 hours that I've already recorded Monday through Wednesday. That way, tomorrow, everybody will be on the same page, okay? So we're going to resume again tomorrow, and then we're going to go Monday, and maybe I'll even go Tuesday. As I said, I have no limit. I want to teach you guys how to day trade, not just not just teach you how to use Alpha Zone. So it's going to be 6 to 7 hours. Getting started guide. We already have 3 hours in the bag. If you haven't gotten Alpha Zone yet, you'll be able to check it out. You'll be able to check it out today, okay? So that's the Alpha Zone for today. That's happening at 10 a.m. today. All right. With Graham and not no class. Class is going to be pushed to tomorrow. So we resume the classes till tomorrow. Today we're going to be with Graham. Okay. So just FYI, so that everybody knows. Okay. Thanks, Brian. Working great. AlphaZone super easy to install. Good. Getting the feedback. I mean, I can't, folks. The feedback I've been getting from AlphaZone, I need literally to hire an assistant to be able to keep up with pasting and posting the testimonials fast enough. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. I literally need a full-time assistant because I'm getting so many testimonials about AlphaZone Pro. I thought I was getting a lot of testimonials about Trading Pit. Ay vey. All right. They hear that since need to go back through the first. Yeah, Harold. I figured a lot of people, there's a lot to cover. Purchase this morning, so I'm looking forward to you. Folks, for everybody who got, okay, so for everybody who got into, this is not an advertising. For anybody who purchased Alpha Zone, I've already recorded 3 hours. 3 hours for your getting started guide. And I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 more. So get comfortable with it. Take today to go through those 3 hours so that tomorrow you'll be ready and I'll review tomorrow, okay? And then today we'll take a day off and I'll do a session with Graham, okay? So that everybody understands. Cannot find the recording from 17th, only shows. Davey, give them a call. They got it. I was only been very busy since I got home. We had 2 deaths since I was there dealing with that stuff. We'll put it out as soon as I get it done. No problem, Bob. No problem. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll show you why. You guys are seeing what Jeff just wrote. I'll explain to you why. So we'll get into all of that today. I have a lot to talk about, and it's a perfect time to start. We got 346 people here. Let's do this. All right, the NASDAQ is down 100 points. That's sort of the benchmark for randomness. It's kind of like the Dow being down about 200 points. This is meaningful, and I hate to say I told you so yesterday, but do you guys remember what I kept drawing during that the entire time yesterday? If you don't remember, I'm going to show you right now. And it's not about telling you it's not about being right. It's about showing you exactly what I was doing while the market was going up 300 points yesterday. I want to show you guys this. See, rejecting, We're getting towards the 200 above us. Look at the wicks. There's also zero momentum. See how we're rejecting this? I'm just showing you what I showed you yesterday, but you see how I was saying how we're rejecting this area. We're not gravitating towards it. Every time we come towards it, we're rejecting it. That was yesterday. Boy, I sure write a lot of stuff in here. Right here. See this? Condolences, Bob. Condolences. See this, guys? Back down. I know. I'm no Picasso, but you could see what I'm doing here. See? Back down. That's what I was fearful of yesterday. Okay, very, very fearful. And unfortunately, if you look at the market right now, which we will look at, you will see that even though we rallied pretty good yesterday, if this we still right now are below the 8-day EMA. And we can just kind of chop around here for a while and pretend like we're breaking the 200-day, but we're not. And if this low breaks this low right here and this low right here, the 558.76, well, guess what? You got an A line in the spider. If we break not yesterday's low, the day before yesterday's low, the pivot, that low is 559.06, 559.06, okay? 559.06. If we break 559.06, we have an A line to the downside. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right here. Capiche? I agree with you, Carlos. Thank you. Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? So don't, Roger, the market's up 300 points. How come it's not going higher? I've been showing you the same damn picture for a week now. I've been showing you this exact same picture for a week now. Please tell me, please say I haven't. Okay? Nothing changed. Carlos, you come here every day. Carlos Velez, you've seen this picture before. I know you've seen that picture before. So be careful here. It looks like it's going up, but remember, we're going up against the trend. Good morning, Richard from Puente Gorda. Nice weather today, by the way. It should be good for you and me. We're pretty close to each other. So you see, we're in a downtrend. When you're in a downtrend, you typically fade these moves. So I'm very, very skeptical that these moves will produce something. And if you wait a little longer, I'll explain to you why. So as far as Fed data is concerned today, we've got jobless claims, which, as you guys know, they've been giving us zero importance. This number has been completely, for the last, I don't know, since COVID, it's been in the low 200,000s. And even if it goes into the mid 200s, it's still low. So until we start seeing the whole federal firing coming into this data, that Musk and Trump, whoever the hell's doing it, I think we're going to see the low 230s. Okay, I think we're going to see this and it has not been, and it has not been. That's right, Jeff. That's exactly right. And we have not been. This number has not been increasing. It has not been causing any turbulence. It has not been causing any news. It's been doing absolutely nothing. We don't even have to. I don't even bother checking my live feed when it comes out anymore. No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. I don't even bother. Other stuff I do, like existing home sales. That's a big one. That's important because that's consumer. Remember, home sales drive consumer discretionary items. And tomorrow we have quadruple witching, which is when futures, options, every commodities, stocks, everything expiration. And then on Monday or tomorrow, we switch our VWAP, our anchored VWAP, from the previous anchored quadruple witching to the current quadruple witching, which is basically we switch it every quarter. We just use the quadruple witching as our quarterly guide. Question is, where do we find support to the low side? Patrick, I'll talk about that when I get into the chart. Great question. Great question. Great question. Very good question. I think I may have some answers for you. Um, so let's kind of take a look at the commodity end of the things, and then we'll talk about the news, and then we'll talk about stocks. I think that seems to be working out really, really well. So you could see here on the bond market is up really, really good today, really good today. And we're approaching the 200-day moving average. This is a very deflationary number. My concern is the bond market up because money's moving from stocks into bonds, or is money still coming into the stock market and into the bond market? As the way I'm looking at it right now, there's 25 stocks breaking down. There's 115 stocks if you include ETFs. If you take out the ETFs, you have 57 stocks breaking out right now, and you have 20 stocks breaking down right now. Folks, and we'll revisit this again. I just want you to know something. There, remember when Jeff said this is not a good market to day trade? I mean, excuse me, to swing trade? That's he's talking about this right here. And I'll explain this in a few minutes, but right now we have no momentum. Now, I want to explain this to you, and I want you guys to understand it, and I'll talk about it in a minute. But we'll come back to this. But for now, just know there is no momentum. So there's no real money coming into the stock market right now. The fact that there's no money coming into the stock market, but money's coming into the bond market is not a great sign. Is the correlation between bonds and stocks breaking down from the 70 area? No, Brian, it's still between 70 and 72. It's still in that ballpark. All right, let's continue. Morning for everybody who's here, new here, or is just coming into the room. Good morning to all of you, okay? Good morning to all of you. So the fact that the bond market's going up, but volatility is not really declining, as you will see in a second. Volatility still couldn't break yesterday's low. Yes, we are below 20, or excuse me, we're right at 20 right now, but we still haven't broken yesterday's low. We need to break yesterday's low with gusto. We need to build the area right here, build, not just kind of wick out here and come back up. We need this, we need to trade here. So I'm not seeing that right now, but I'm seeing bonds up. So it's one of those things. Gold is down a little bit or just flat right now. Why? Because of US dollar. US dollar is starting to come up a little bit. Now, here's the resistance area for the US dollar. And we have to get above this area here, just like right there. And then we have to get above the 200-day moving average. And excuse me, even when we do that, we're still in this downtrend. So right here, you see this downtrend is coming up right to the 200-day moving average. So first resistance, second resistance, third resistance, fourth resistance, then we get up to the long, then we're bullish. So we still have quite a lot. We still have quite a lot to go for the US dollar. We still have quite a lot to go. And if you think I'm seeing it come up here, you're sadly mistaken. Crude oil. What is crude oil doing? Nothing. Again, I keep telling you guys, I'm not kidding. I keep looking and looking and looking every day. I want to find something with high implied volatility in the energy market because it would be a shame to let this trendless cycle go to waste. I would love to do an iron condor right here, but I can't seem to find anything with good implied volatility. And if I can't find anything with implied volatility, it kind of takes our edge away. So if I could find something on crude oil or an asset related to crude oil that has higher than average implied volatility right now, I will do an iron condor because it's literally begging for an iron condor right now. I mean, look at this. You get something up here and down there. China is below the 8-day EMA. They're cooling off. Expect some softness in China stocks. Remember, this thing gaps a lot. It's very gappy. So we could have a real strong gap here. We can have a real strong gap here, and we can come right back here again. So I'd like to see us, to me, the downside will be there when we break this level right here, 34.80 or 34.90, right here, right here, right? Like right here, like right here. So we're kind of like in a wait and see mode right now. Okay. And I've already talked about volatility. So let me talk about the news for a few minutes, and then I'll come back to the technicals because I do have a lot to talk about with technicals. ECB, Lagarde stated yesterday that U.S. tariffs heighten uncertainty over economic outlook. We already know that. Concerns remain that U.S. President Trump will keep raising tariffs, which could dampen economic growth and drive inflation. So, just a little interesting piece of information for you. Usually, the things that are on the highlight here on the sheet that I read in the morning, they are the primary drivers of the market. That's why I read this. In the next couple of months, you're going to see less and less and less of President Donald Trump's name here. You will see less economic. He's going to get less and less involved. As a matter of fact, I know that for a fact that he's going to get less involved. Let's just not get into it. Don't ask me how, but he's going to be less involved. Okay, he's delegating this to people who actually he's going to be less involved for the best. The Federal Reserve kept interest rates unchanged yesterday. The Federal Open Market Committee maintained rates. What they said was that starting in April, it could further slow the pace at which shrinking its balance sheet. In addition to Fed's summary of economic projections, they think they're going to cut rates half a basis point this year, which I think is actually very reasonable. If you guys remember what I said, I believe that they're going to start cutting rates around summertime. I still believe it's possible. I don't think the economy's damaged. I think it's very, very possible. I don't think we have any permanent damage. I think we just need to get out of this. I think we just need to get out from underneath this tariff cloud that we're under right now. Okay. It was not negative, the most optimistic. He's been pretty optimistic, but he did say inflation is getting worse. And he did say inflation is getting, he did say a couple of things that were not great, but he was fairly neutral. At remember exactly what I said, that he was going to throw Trump under the bus. It was obvious, and he did exactly that. He acknowledged that considerable uncertainty stemming from President Trump's. Notice something interesting. Notice they don't say from the tariffs. They always say from President Trump's tariffs or President Trump's policy change. They're always bringing his name into this. They can't just say tariffs. It's just interesting how they still market, even though they're not trying to market, they're still marketing. Inflation has started to move up, he stated. We think partly in response to tariffs. Duh, you think? And there may be a delay in further progress over the course of this year. However, he says that baseline expectation is inflation increased by tariffs will be transitory. I agree with him. I think we just need to get past this dark cloud we are in. Last tariffs were transitory, but not sure. Yeah. You can't say his attitude. Yeah, you did. You could see his attitude. Yeah. Yes, recession. I don't think we're going to have a recession unless Trump keeps going back and forth. That's just because of the uncertainty. He's not going to do that. He's going to delegate it. As a matter of fact, I know personally somebody he delegated it to just the other day. Tesla rose more than 4% after the maker received California's approval to begin carrying passengers. I'm going to take a look at Tesla today for you guys. I'm still not loving Tesla at all. And that was supposed to be really good news. Signet Jeweler, we actually trade the stock, is up over 17%. World's largest diamond jewelry retailer posted upbeat results, giving strong first quarter revenue guidance. On a totally unrelated note, I don't know if you guys know this, but diamond prices are at a real low right now. Real low right now. A few years back, they were at a real strong high. Diamonds. So if you've been waiting to buy diamonds for your loved ones, this is a good time to buy diamonds. No joke. I'm not joking around. Take a look at diamond prices. I think, does anybody know? Excuse me. Does anybody know if diamond prices are like at a 10-year, 20-year low right now? If anybody follows, let me know. I'm curious. Okay. We now have an 83% chance. Honestly, I'm thinking sometimes around July. I was thinking sometimes around July. I think the Fed may cut again. around July. We have a lot of earnings today. We have Micron, we have Nike. Whenever Nike has earnings, keep your eye on Foot Locker. Foot Locker's like a retailer for Nike. So if Nike doesn't do well, Foot Locker doesn't do well. Also keep an eye on Nike in light of the fact that China is starting to cool off a little bit. That could put pressure on stocks that have a huge exposure to China, like Nike. Okay. Yep, diamonds are forever. That's the one I'm watching tonight, Murray. Now, but not that much. Discounts are low. Yes, diamond. Take a look at Diana. Take a look at the chart, diamond price chart. I was looking at it like a week ago. I was really surprised. Okay, so we have a lot of earnings today. We have Lennar Homes. We have FedEx. You got transports. You got real estate. You got ACN. Not sure what this is in. You got consumer discretionary, and you got chip stocks, and you got Nike. So we do have a lot of earnings coming out today. If any of you already know what these earnings have come out at, please, please, please let us know. I'm curious. Okay. Again, we have initial jobless claims. Not really paying attention to this. We have existing home sales that I am paying attention to, and we have current account data, which we've conveniently swept under the rug, and we just pretend it doesn't exist, but it does. Europe is down 0.60, not giving us any tailwind, snapping a 4-day winning streak as Lagarde said that the impact of tariffs could impact their decision. Duh, obviously. Bank, travel, and leisure stocks led the decline. When bank stocks go down, that's not very good. And when consumer discretionary stocks go down, that's no good. That's double whammy right there. Because travel and leisure, that's consumer discretionary, and that has some impact on technology too. Just FYI. Lagarde said Thursday that an increased U.S. tariffs on imports from the European Union, if met with retaliation, would dampen economic growth in Europe and drive inflation higher. We already know that. I think so, Jeff. I just don't know what they're doing right now. I think, yes, I think you're right, but I don't know what they're doing right now. That's the thing. I don't know. But you are right. That is what they used to do. Good memory. China closed lower today, as you saw, extending losses from previous session. Investors continue to take profit after a recent rally. They did. Consumer and insurance stocks led the decline on Thursday, which isn't very far from what we're seeing in Europe. One of the things I'd like to see is so let me give you guys a little tip. Consulting, strategy and consulting business. Thank you, Dan. So let me give you guys a little tip. One of the biggest things I look at when I'm looking at global markets, I'm looking to see which sectors fell. So if you look at China, notice consumer and insurance. Insurance is financial, and consumer, well, we all know what consumer is, right? Look at Europe. Hold on here. I just read it a second ago. Bank financials and consumer stocks. So Europe and China are seeing a sell-off in similar stocks. I always look at it. Don't think I just look at how much it's up or down. I look at the type of stocks that are selling off. So bank is financial. Bank is very close tied to insurance. And travel and leisure is very much consumer, right? So that's not good. So now I'm already now with that in mind, I'm going to have a little mental mind to keep an eye. Hey, Olya, if your picture's blurry, here, do this. Look. Here, Olya, do this. Go right here to HD. See here? You can control the view, and I would put it at 1080 right here. And you could see me in 1080. Very clear right here, Olya. See, go to right here, this little button where it says HD, and you just go to 1080 right here on quality, and then you'll see me as clearly as I'm seeing myself, okay? And while you're there, scoot over to the left and give me a thumbs up. Carlos says Tesla's below the VWAP. I'm going to talk about Tesla right now. Pre-market action suggests selling pressure. Oh, yeah. ASML. I told you about ASML yesterday. A lot of A-lines yesterday. So China and Europe are not giving us anything really great this morning to work with. And Japan is closed. Tesla's down 1%. after recalling all Cybertrucks produced and sold in the US during the first 15 months. Wow. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. As you guys know, I'm still very bearish on Tesla. Yes, I am. Most of you know that. Nvidia is up 1%. These may offset each other as far as QQQ is concerned. And they're having a conference this week. They reported that plans to spend hundreds of billions on US made chips and other. This is a great company. Five Below, we trade this company. That's why I highlighted it. Surged more than 12%, issued strong guidance. I'm very happy to see that. I followed the stock a lot. It's a great stock to trade. And Constellation Brand, which I was this close to shorting yesterday. Fell 1% in pre-market after Citibank downgraded. Not because of this. I had no idea about this. If I would have known, I obviously would have shorted. And then Rivian is down more than 2%. So solar or EV stocks are not having a good morning today, and that may impact negatively on solar stocks. It's the first time I always do. Oh, okay. I didn't know. All right. Let me give you guys some links. Remember, Grahamster and I are going to be live at 10 a.m. today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will be, and also Customer Service Live, and I'll have to visit Customer Service Live. Gustavo, I hope you and Adobe are doing well. Cam, again, congratulations to Cecilia, CEO of Girl Scouts. Not such a small feat. Very, very nice. Now let's talk about the stock market and the impact. So, watch the video on Tesla. So let me talk a little bit about Tesla since we're here already. Tesla, notice something here. Tesla was upgraded yesterday. Notice, or the day before, look what it did with the 8-day EMA. Do you see this? How many times has Tesla tried to break the 8-day EMA and it couldn't? Eventually, good, Gustavo. Eventually, what happens is if a stock tries to hit something and it can't break it enough times, algos will start liquidating it or selling it off. Okay, so this right here is a very bearish pattern. Now, you could short this and fade this. I wouldn't do that. I would wait for it to be below 221.28. Remember, I gave you a target right here, about 220, and we hit that target. But this is not looking great. This is not what a good-looking chart looks like. And Tesla tends to respect technicals pretty well. So my suggestion, if you love Tesla, please don't do anything right now. Don't go buying it. If you like it, just leave it alone. Don't do anything. If you bearish on it, this would be a sell point right here, 221.28. Okay? But it's already down $3 this morning, and I mean it's having a big problem, and it's just not in a good place right now. Just not in a good place right now. You got a lot of resistance here. The only place I would trade Tesla is to the short side. Google real quick. Now, I have a little note for you guys right now. Same thing with Google, by the way. Google's doing exactly the same thing here. You could see it right here. Look what happens when it hits the 8-day. It backs off. If price can't get above the 8-day EMA, which is very close to the 5-day MA, it's not good if it can't trade above its 5-day high or 8-day EMA high. Oh, showing the money, he's a whole rookie. What? I don't know what you're doing, Wall Street plug, but I don't know what you're doing, but don't do that anymore. Showing the money, he's a whole rookie. I don't know what you're doing, despite all attempts positive press. Yeah, yes, Jason, despite all the attempt. Microsoft, real quick. Notice two mega cap stocks are not doing well right now. Look at Microsoft at the 8-day EMA. Look at MAGs. Folks, there's not a lot going on right now. Look at mega caps. Do you see this? So, Roger, I paid good money for the trading pit, and you've only given us one trade this week. I'm upset. Let me show you guys. This is what Jeff and I were talking about earlier. See 90-day low, 90-day high. In order the okay, so I'm gonna give you a little. I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you some info right now. Okay, the only stocks that make it on my hit list for the trading pit are stocks that are above or below yesterday's high or below yesterday's low. If a stock is not above yesterday's high or below yesterday's low, it cannot make it on my list. You know my scanner on my TC2000 that I have for Pro Trader dashboard? It will not identify any stock, even if it has the best relative strength, if it's not above. So for the up list, the stock has to be above yesterday's high or below yesterday's showing the money shows alive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to remove you, Wall Street plug, and I'm going to kick your ass out of here if you spam again. Okay? And I'm going to report you too. Don't do that, Wall Street plug. Don't do what you're doing right now. I'll delete you. I'll delete you faster than you can say who's your daddy. Okay. All right. So, in order for me to want to buy a stock, the stock has to be above yesterday's high. If a stock is not above yesterday's high, my scanner will not pick it up. Similarly, for my short side, the stock has to be below yesterday's low. Basically, that's the first sign that a stock is moving. Okay. Yeah, I bounced. He's not going to be doing that here. Uh, so 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 uh, so the first thing you want is you want stocks that are above yesterday's high or below yesterday's high. Then I look how many stocks are trading at a 90-day high and that are above yesterday's high. Because if a stock is at a 90-day high, it has to obviously be above yesterday's high, right? Or below yesterday's low. It can't move. I want stocks that are moving, that are in motion. I want stocks that are in motion. Okay. There are 20 stocks without ETFs right now making 20-day low, 90-day lows. There are hardly any stocks breaking out down. What about breaking out? I want to show you the type of stocks that are breaking out. Now, I love CVS. Be quiet. Don't say it. I like RTX. I like CVX. But continue going down here. Monster look how disjointed all of this looks. Look how this trend, look how choppy all this is. The only one that looks really good is CVS. Really good, like really good. Maybe MNST. Look at this. CNP, gold, overextended after a chop, gold. There's nothing here. ICE looks good. Every stock that looks good, I've picked out on my watch list, but I'm telling you, there's not a lot of stocks that look good here. There's not a lot of stocks that look good here, folks. There is not a lot of stocks that look good here. I mean, look at 50-day lows. There's 9 stocks on my list. Look at these stocks. They're not great stocks. They're not great stocks. Some are okay, and I've highlighted them. I have them here. But most of these were not good. Usually when I'm looking at stocks, I have to keep stocks out of my list. For the last 2 days, 3 days, I've been having trouble finding good stocks. Whenever I have problems finding good stocks, it usually means the market is very, very choppy. I haven't been forcing trades, Robert. You know that. And not a market to look for a major breakout because we're consolidating right now. Now, the guys who've been here for a long time, who've been trading for a long time, they're going, Roger, you couldn't be doing a better job. But I'm telling you guys that if you're in one of my programs and you're not getting a lot of trades right now, the only reason you're not getting a lot of trades is because I'm watching your ass. It's not because I have less. I can come up with a trade every 30 seconds for every program, every single day. I don't want to do that. I want to give you good trades, and I'm trying to explain to you there's no momentum in the market. We're like this right now. And what happens when we're like this is you get whipsawed. You get whipsawed. Right? So like, for example, even the trade we took in the pit that we still have from the last 2 days, it's going our way, but is it really going our way? Do you see my point? Do you guys see what I'm saying here? So please, please, please. Yeah, I want to stack my edge, not get rid of my edge. So what happens is when you trade a lot in a market like this, where you have no edge, you give up all of your gains that you've made when you do have an edge. So, folks, if you see me giving out less trades, if you see me not being as active, actually, I've been really active, but not giving as many trades, it's not because I'm bored. It's not because I'm trying to sell the new program. I literally spent 6 hours per day at a computer with my trading pit right here. Like my pit, the pit is my full-time job. I've been struggling to find trades. And you guys know that. And it's not because I'm holding out on you. It's not because I'm trying to switch people into the trade. No, no. It's just really hard. Now, am I expecting these conditions to continue very, very long? Not really. No, no. I think we're gonna see a move one way or the other, either up to the upside. And I'll talk about that right now. But for now, when you see this, that ain't good. Half of these 90-day breakouts on the raw are ETFs. See ETFs, not ETF. We block the ETFs. Otherwise, it's the same thing as here. Yeah, of course. So again, folks, I just want you to understand. I'm not giving you less trades because I'm bored, because I'm busy, because I've lost interest like I know other traders do. No, no, no. I am like as committed could be. I just can't find any good trades. I can't find any good trades. Yeah, yeah. Learn to do. Yeah, yeah. Have no chance to find. Yeah, and if when you cannot find a trade, we have no chance to finding the right. Yeah, I mean there just aren't. There just aren't a lot. Hey, Ivan. Good morning. So, folks, I just want you to understand. I want you to understand. And by the way, everybody's been really good about it. But I want you to understand. It's not the program. It's not me. It's not Matt. It's not Clyde. It's not Murray. It's not Brian. It's not. It's just the fact that there's nothing moving. You got to have something moving to make money. When there's nothing moving, you can't make money. Income, and I've been very active on income. But I'm explaining to you, please, please don't think it's the programs. Don't think it's me. It's the frickin' market. Okay. I mean, look, you could see it right here. This looks at every large cap stock between. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Between $20 and $5,000. Keep your powder dry has application here. Exactly. Yes. Yes. So again, I just want you guys to know I'm not trying to hold out on you. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's look at technicals. Okay. Magnificent Seven. What are the Magnificent Seven doing? Let's see. Can anybody tell me what the Magnificent, are they being magnificent right now? What are the Magnificent? These drive the market. These stocks give, these seven stocks give the market their directional bias. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. And not so sure about Clyde either. What about to the downside? Rick, downside, look. 20, 20, 20, and 20, Rick, 20. Look at 50-day lows, 9 stocks. Look at 20-week lows, 7 stocks. So let me ask you. I usually get 150 here. This is my short list to choose from. And even with all of these sucky stocks, I was able to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I like. But again, I'm just explaining to you. Usually, I can't find more. I can't write them fast enough. I can't find them right now. So again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just explaining to you. When you have this, you have no edge. Remember what are institutional traders trading the most? The largest volume stocks. These. And what have they been doing? Nothing. All right, let's look at SPY. What has SPY been doing? Folks, you could, and again, it's one thing when I tell you this, but it's another thing when you see it with your own eyes. The SPY is right at the 8-day EMA. And the thing about it is, even if it rallies, you're still consolidated all the way here, and then you have the 200-day above you. Not good. To the downside, we could have a nice breakdown, but we got to break this level here. See, once we break this level, all the shorts, all the large cap stocks that are short are going to be hitting their lows, and they're going to be below yesterday's low, not at or above yesterday's low. We got to get right here. That's why I said this morning, this 558.76 level is very important. Below, basically we got to break 559. That's what we got to do. We got to break 559. All right. Money's going into bonds and foreign assets right now. Ivan, I mentioned that over the weekend. I even showed you foreign markets and bonds. Foreign markets and bonds. Definitely not US dollar. Some money has been going into China. And also, we want volatility to break this low like it's doing right now and continue going lower. Continue going lower, which I'm not seeing right now. All right. I already told you there's no momentum here. The S&P needs to break this level. Let's look at QQQ. I think we're having a good session today. Will volume come back in now that the Fed is out of the way? Yes, Jeff, it will. It will. Jeff, not if mega caps stay in that range. Mega caps have to break out of that range for volume to come back in. They have to break. QQQ, same thing. The level you want to break on the QQQ is 472.49. Basically 472. We want to break 472. Once you break 472, there's nothing holding us from testing the low again. Good question, Jeff. You guys are being great today. No arguments, no political discussions. I love it. And volume is getting higher, not lower, by the way, as we're moving here. So there's definitely these are all institutional selling. This is institutional selling pressure. Okay. All right. What about the Dow? Let's look at the Dow. I'm seeing chop. Same thing, right? Look what happened when it went to the 200-day moving average. Backed off. So we're just kind of in this area. So we got to break above 42,300, or we got to break below 41,500. Either 42,300 or 41,500. We got to break either this or this. If we break this, that puts us in an A line on the Dow, which puts us in the same position as I gave you those lows on the other indices. I hope you guys are writing this down because I'm not, and I wish I was. Also, foreign money avoiding U.S. stocks. Yes, there was a yes. Significantly, Dan. Significantly. That's why I said, Dan, last week, we have to sell our debt to foreign governments. Why would they buy our debt right now? Especially if interest rates are going to go higher, and we need to sell it to somebody. So let's now look at SMH. It's cold here, chilly here. Same SMH. It's in between. We're above the 8-day EMA, which is great, but again, notice we're in this little channel here. We have a major trend line here. So treat this like a break. And we need to get right here. We need to get below 222. 222 on SMH. Yeah, Dr. Serena's not here today. I know, I miss her. It's like her first time not here. Hey, Dr. Serena, I hope you're well. We got 600 people here. And we got, how many thumbs up do we have? Let's see. I miss Dr. Serena. She's my actuary. Let's see. We got 236. Let's see if we can make this 300 today, folks. 598 people here. We got 236. Let's see if we can do more while I give you my stocks for the day. And then I got to get to the office, okay? Hopefully you guys are, is this helping you guys? Is this helping you guys at all with your market analysis, keeping you guys away from the upside right now? So sectors, what sectors are moving? Let's take a quick look. Energy, financial, semiconductors, Bitcoin, mid caps, all over the place. We're all over the place. Look at this. You got communication services and QQQ here, but you got technology here. But QQQ's here, but technology's here. And you got real estate in between. And you got consumer staples. This is funny. You got consumer staples sandwiched between communication services and consumer discretionary. You got the safest stock here in between two very speculative stocks. And then you got real estate. I mean, this is funny how messed up this is. You got retail next to utilities, and utilities next to. It's just a big choppy, big, uh, big bag of nuts here. Okay. Good. Good. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. Good. 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 She's missing 2 days. I hope she's good. I hope she's okay. All right. So no moment. There's no directional bias here whatsoever. What about the number of stocks? 41%. We need to get this has to get to 50. This has to get to 50 and this has to get to 50 right here. More importantly, I'll tell you what really needs to get to 50. Russell 1000 and Russell 3000. These right here because Russell 3000 is a combination of these two. It's got to get above 50. But there's not going to be strong. And folks, there's not going to be strong institutional. There's not going to be strong institutional buying or selling pressure. Buying, not selling, buying pressure till these are above 50. A lot of institutional investors will not touch the long side till we're above 50. Do you understand why these numbers are so low? There's not a lot of institutional buying right now. Institutions are not buying FANG stocks right now. They're below the 200-day moving average. Okay, so choppiness, choppy, cautious and choppy, cautious and choppy. I'd love to tell you otherwise, cautious and choppy with a bias to the downside today, which will help our defensive stock in that we have in the pit, by the way. And I appreciate none of you mentioning it, by the way. All right, now let me give you my short stocks that I like for the day. I only have 5 of them. 5. And they're not amazing. They're okay, but they're not amazing. That's a breakdown right there. Nice chart, right? Nice little breakdown. Still at the 8-day, not deviated. Probably will have problems with options on this one. GNTX. Think about it. Out of all the stocks on Wall Street, these are the ones that I came up with. Werner Enterprises. Not bad, right? Yeah, let's see if we can get to 300. We got 601 viewers. THS. Notice no major name brands that you're familiar with, nothing like that. Couldn't find any. Couldn't find any. I'm sorry, couldn't find any. Car Gurus. See how it's now confirming below. See here, it was at the 200. You see how now it's trading 2 days? Okay, this is an example here for you. So there's a lesson here. There's a lesson here. Look, see this? See how the price is sitting at the 200-day moving average? You see here how for 2 days straight, today and yesterday, today's not over yet, we did not touch the 200-day. None of this price action touched the 200-day. We're clearly below. That's how you get a confirmation. You want to see 2 days where the low or the high doesn't touch the resistance or the support level like this. So if this doesn't touch the upper bar here today, we will have a confirmation below the 200-day moving average. This is not a confirmation. This is a confirmation. That's a lesson for you, and it's a stock for you today. I would even give it a little more room to the downside. I would wait for it to trade below 29.28. Because if it breaks, it's going to go. Upside. Let me give you stocks to the upside. Notice the stocks that are to the upside right now. I'm new today, so got my thumbs up. Good, JF, RE Max. Good. And by the way, guys, have you been making money in how have you been doing in the trading alpha zone and trading zone the last couple of days? Let us know. For folks who haven't signed up yet, let them know. Let them know. It's not an advertisement. I don't even have a link. I just want to know if you guys have been happy with Alpha Zone Pro and Trading Zone Pro. Let folks know. So McKesson, MCK, that's my first stock on my watch list. Core. By the way, notice I've been coming up with the same damn stocks almost every day. That's not fun either. VRSN. I actually circled this one. I like this one quite a bit today. That's probably my best stock today. Uh, ICE don't have a lot, folks. Don't have a lot. ICE doesn't look as good as it did yesterday. ERJ needs a pullback. Hess needs a pullback. Why do they need a pullback? Let me show you. What's the value area here? Around 7. We're double that right now. Capiche? Kevin says, oh, wow, nice feedback. Jesus, that's very nice feedback. Nice feedback. Thank you. Let me just repost this. Good, good. Yes, Hess is energy related. Here, you could see it right here. If you go to key statistics, petroleum, refining. It's a refining company. Notice no tech stocks on my list. Not one tech stock on my list yet. RTX. That one looks good. And CNP. That's it, folks. Pretty boring, nasty stuff. I paid for the Alpha Pro twice over the SPY trades given in the trade pit. That's great. That's great. Yeah, we'll have VIP room today. Now, I got something special for you today. I got something really special for you today. All right, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, that's that there. All right. What was I was gonna talk about something right now. Good. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. My session, VIP room. Let me tell you what I have. I'm going to talk about step by step for analyzing relative strength in real time. We had a session last week. You guys loved it. I'm going to do it again. In other words, how to pick your own stock for day trading and swing trading, how to create your own watch list. I'm finally going to talk about that today. How to identify critical levels for the day using the Alpha Zone Pro, not for trading it, but for finding critical levels. Okay. Bonus education session, and I'll give you my fastest stock. So I'm going to have those 3 education sessions today. Okay. All right. Let me give you links one more time real quick. 1 second here. Let me put that here. 1 second. That here. That there. And remember, folks, 10 a.m. I'll be with Grahamster today. Here's a link. And let me give you the link for Customer Service Live. And you've already have your link for the VIP room today. Most of you already have that link. I don't seem to have one today, but most of you already have it, and it'll be in the Telegram channel. Let me get you Customer Service Live. Cam. All right. There's that. All right, guys. I will see you later. You guys have a great day. We will have, in the VIP room today, Richard. All that will happen in the VIP room today. We'll have a great time. I promise. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll be doing a lot of teaching today in the VIP room, okay? And I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Thank you. I hope everybody learned something here today. Keep an eye on the market, folks. And if we rally first half of the day, be very, very careful. I am more bearish and neutral more than bullish today. Bye.